The water along the Gulf feels different almost immediately. The waves are smaller, the water is warmer, and the shoreline seems to stretch endlessly in both directions. It often feels calm and quiet, especially compared to the Atlantic Ocean. But what many people don't realize is that this peaceful coastline belongs to something massive. The Gulf of America is not just a regional body of water, it is the largest gulf in the world. The Gulf of America nearly covers 600,000 square miles, making it larger than many entire countries. It touches 3 nations, the United States, Mexico, as well as Cuba, and connects to the Atlantic Ocean through a relatively narrow opening between Florida and Cuba. Because of this shape, the Gulf is more enclosed than most large bodies of water. That enclosure plays a major role in how the Gulf looks, feels, and behaves. One of the most important features of the Gulf is how wide and shallow much of it is instead of dropping off quickly like the open ocean. The seafloor slopes gradually across a broad continental shelf. The shallow depth allows the sun to warm the water easily, which is why the Gulf often feels noticeably warmer than the Atlantic, especially near the shore. Warm water also changes how waves behave, keeping them smaller and more consistent along much of the coastline. The enclosed shape of the Gulf also helps explain its calm appearance. Because land surrounds it on most sides, the Gulf is protected from long-distance ocean swells. Waves that travel across open oceans lose energy before they reach the coast. This is why Gulf beaches often feel more relaxed with gentle waves and long shallow waiting areas. Even though the Gulf is enormous, it rarely feels overwhelming. One of the Gulf's most interesting features is something most people will never see from the surface, the loop current. This is a powerful ocean current that flows into the Gulf from the Caribbean, loops northward, and then exits the Florida Straits to become part of the Gulf Stream. This current plays a major role in warming Gulf waters and influencing weather patterns across the southeastern United States. The loop current also helps explain why the Gulf can have such warm water temperatures. That heat doesn't just affect beach days, it affects storms. Historically, the Gulf has been a major source of energy for hurricanes. Warm water allows storms to strengthen quickly, which is why hurricanes that pass over the Gulf can intensify before reaching land. This connection between water temperature and weather has shaped coastal history for centuries. The Gulf's geography also explains its unique sand and water color. Along parts of the Gulf Coast, especially in Florida, the sand is made up largely of fine white quartz. This quartz was carried south by rivers over long periods of time and deposited along the coast. When sunlight hits the bright sand beneath shallow water, it reflects light upward, giving the Gulf its well-known emerald and turquoise colors. The appearance of the water changes constantly in calm days. During sunsets, the shallow water acts like a mirror, spreading colors across the surface for long distances. These visual qualities are direct results of depth, sediment, and light working together. The Gulf of America is also one of the most productive bodies of water in the world. Rivers like the Mississippi deliver nutrients that support fisheries, wetlands, and coastal ecosystems. For thousands of years, people have lived along the Gulf shores. Indigenous communities relied on its calm waters for fishing and transportation long before Europeans arrived. In the 1500s, Spanish explorers began mapping the Gulf, using it as a route for exploration and trade. Over time, ports developed along the coast, turning the Gulf into one of the most important bodies of water in North American history. Today, the Gulf's geography still shapes how people experience it. The calm water makes it ideal for swimming and boating. The wide beaches and gentle slopes make the shoreline feel open and approachable. The sheer size of the Gulf stretches the horizon, giving the coast a sense of space and stillness. The Gulf of America doesn't announce itself with towering waves or dramatic cliffs. Its influence is quieter, but beneath that calm surface is the largest Gulf on Earth, a body of water defined by its shape, warmth, and movement. Every time when someone stands along its shore, watching the water roll in slowly, they're seeing geography at work, shaping the Gulf and shaping the experience of being here.